Hello everybody, I'm iAtRaface, and in today's video I want to discuss a bit of a problem that's starting to brew up with a particular Loomian, with at least the PvP aspect of things. The Loomian to Clips. When you first look at it, its stats look pretty average all around, and you wouldn't think to yourself, yeah, this thing is super duper, stupid broken. I wouldn't say it's like stupid broken yet, but it's starting to get to the point where, your teams pretty much need one. And that problem will only grow down the road, and I'll get into that. But first, let's look at its stats and see what we're working with here. So, when you look at its stats, at first you think those look pretty average. I mean, there's not one stat besides its range attack that really stand out. But the problem is, 85 HP, 84 melee defense, 83 range defense, in this game is actually pretty darn good natural bulk. That equates to, having naturally be somewhat tanky. Like, for example, let's take a look at Maomerk. Maomerk has a lot more HP, yes, so it acts more defensively, but let's look at its defensive stats. We use this thing defensively, and it's got 87, 84. Now let's look at the clips again. 84, 83. That's really darn close. Obviously, we're not investing hardcore into it like we would a Maomerk, but the point I'm making here is that enables it to be naturally bulky. Then you pair this along with 116 range attack, which is a very nice stat to have, with the ability to set up because it does get that. I also want to point out that I rallied this last year on my birthday. This set's outdated, so for those screaming, yes, reset! It's outdated. But anyway, also 96 speed gives it a very solid speed tier. So now we look at its stats and we got, it's got great natural bulk. It's got a good range attack stat along with setup. And it's got a good speed tier. Its weaknesses lie in slightly below average energy and low melee attack that it doesn't even use. So, stat-wise, energy is the only one that's even slightly suspect. But when we're looking at natural bulk, generally, we wanted to also offer more defense. Generally, natural bulk is valued in its defensive utility. And when we look at light dark as a typing actually isn't that great defensively. You resist what? Ancient, you resist. You're immune to spirit. Trying to think here. You resist mind. You don't offer much, honestly. You don't offer much, but so naturally you would think your defensive utility actually isn't all that great. But then we get to this little thing right here, the secret ability. And that's where things start getting a little crazy. When struck by a light or dark type attack, this Loomian absorbs it to boost its speed. So, now it's immune to not only spirit, but light and dark. And the funny thing about light and dark, there's some extremely common used moves in the game. They're extremely common. You got Protagon and Ikazune spamming, having energy surge. Flash and Flee is a move that's used. We've got Gamma Pulse on things like Valkyrie. Light is a common typing. And then we also have the Dark, which slap down, slap down, slap down. A little bit of slap down, some Provoke in there. A couple things with Baffle, Mega Chomps in there as well. Yeah, we got lots. These two are some very common types of moves that are used. Pair that with the Spirit Immunity, which does occasionally pop up, aka through things like Vesperatu or Ursul. And you're offering yourself insane amount of defensive utility along with your natural bulk. So now your natural bulk is valued higher because you offer things with it. You offer 3 immunities and then resistance to Ancient, which is very big. You got things like Obsidragon, Zulong, and the upcoming Colossotrops, all using Ancient moves. So resisting that would be cool, although you generally wouldn't want to use it against Colossotrops, because it's immune to light. But here's the kicker about that. The reason it's not Buku broken yet is because of its moves. Let's take a look at its moves. Raging Howl, Gluminous Roar, disperse as its setup option. That's what it had when it first came out. Recently, the level cap upgraded, or was up to 45, which gave it Gamma Pulse as well. So now it can actually hit light weak things with light damage rather than hitting it with both light and dark. The thing here about Eclipse is that it's also getting Dark Surge. It's confirmed. 100%. It will get Dark Surge. When it gets it, we don't know. But the problem isn't when it gets, we don't care when it gets it. The fact that it will get it means that we will have the combination of a light move, Gamma Pulse, dark move, Dark Surge, and typeless move, Raging Howl. You know what this means? A lot of you don't know what this means, but I know some of you do. It means it will have perfect neutral coverage. Unless there is an ability involved, there is not a type combo out there that resists the full combination of typeless, dark, and light. There's just not one out there. So what this means is this thing, great natural bulk, good range attack, good speed tier, insane defensive utility, and a broken ability total eclipse, and having perfect neutral coverage. And by the way, that Dark Surge is why I meant, Colossal Trop's weak to dark, by the way, so there you go. So, that's the problem. This thing is going to offer so much, and it's already starting to become a problem in my eyes, because in my tournament that I've recently been hosting, and the top 8 should be this Saturday, not guaranteed yet, though, but, it's on over half the teams. Over half of them. Because of its insane utility. It doesn't even have Dark Surge yet, and it's already on half of its teams. What's it going to be like when it does get Dark Surge? So, yeah, that's why I see this as a bit of a problem. It's not like super broken yet. It's just everybody and their grandma pretty much needs this, because if you're not using it, you're losing out on so much. It offers way too much. And this is only with one set. Only one moveset. Setup and 3 moves. You only need that. And that already offers way too much. Like, generally when you want to, act on your defensive utility or your offensive thing, you generally make it defensive or offensive. It doesn't matter here. You just run the same set. Doesn't matter if you're defensive or offensive. You're offering both automatically along with a great speed tier. And the insane defensive utility of being immune to 3 typings, 2 of them being exceedingly common, and having perfect neutral coverage. So yeah, that's why I see it as a bit of a problem. Is it going? Now, there's been talk about it getting nerfed. I want to make it clear, there is no confirmed nerf coming to Eclipse. So there you go. However, I do want to open up the discussion to, if you believe it needs nerfed, how would you nerf it? I believe the problem is 100% in its ability. Ability's broken. I hate the ability. I hate how much this gives a Loomian. You can put this on literally any Loomian and it'll become better. Luminami, oh yeah, I'd love to be immune to dark. Vesperatu, immunity to light, let's go. Yeah, Luxor, it'll be immune to dark. It'll be a dark, light, and spirit. Interesting. And at that point, it's got light and typeless as coverage. So honestly, that makes Luxor better. So Gasstroke makes it. Gasstroke becomes broken. Let's be real. So yeah, the problem is 100% its ability, in my opinion. Now, how would I go about fixing it? Now, this is a touchy subject because while we would want to nerf it if it gets broken, we don't want to destroy Eclipse's role that it's established itself. We don't want to just take away the immunities because that destroys the foundation of Eclipse that has been brought up. So we would need a way to nerf it that doesn't destroy what it is. And there have been a couple offered solutions. Now, again, no confirmed nerf. I'm just spouting some ideas here as to how we could go about it if it becomes a problem. It's just, in my opinion, it's becoming a problem because of, how many people, are relying on it because of how much it offers. Now, the first of which was make it so that this ability only absorbs the first light or dark move it gets hit by. So if it comes in on a slapdown, it would not be immune to the next one. That would be an interesting way to do it. It still retains its ability to come in on those moves very easily, and with its perfect coverage, it would likely be able to threaten the thing attacking it. So I don't think that would destroy it. It would definitely make it a lot worse because it doesn't 100% invalidate Vesperatu anymore. It would only be able to wall the first hit. Another potential nerf to it, that was offered up, was make it so that its ability exchanges its type immunities for these immunities. And what I mean by that is, like, it would no longer become weak. It would no longer be immune to Spirit in order to maintain these immunities. So, it would still resist Spirit because, like, the dark typing, but it would no longer be immune to it. What this would do, it would open up the doors for things like Dusket. It could set up onto Clips and bash it with a press. In my opinion, this nerf is the most interesting, but it also doesn't make sense logically. So, and then another nerf that was offered up was that instead of being completely immune to these things, every time you would take a dark or light move, it would take away some of your energy. So, like, the total eclipse would suck up some of your energy to keep yourself immune to these moves. So, Vesperatu, you come in and it clicks slap down. You're immune to the damage, but you take a bit of your energy, like an eighth of your energy. And the reason I find this nerf particularly interesting is because Eclipse already has a somewhat below average energy stat. It's already struggling with energy. It would only compound its current weakness. And it wouldn't change Eclipse in how it functions. It would only emphasize its pretty much one weakness, its energy. And honestly, that's why I find this nerf to be the most interesting. It doesn't affect Eclipse's gameplay at all. Still come in on those dark and light moves, but it only, makes your energy problem more apparent. So those are like the top 3 nerfs that were suggested. Again, nerfs were not confirmed. I'm just talking about potential things if this becomes a problem. So I want to know your thoughts. What are your thoughts on Eclipse? Do you think Eclipse is I shouldn't say that. That's leading. Do you Think Eclipse is a problem? Do you think Eclipse will become a problem once it gets Dark Surge? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you think it is a problem, how would you nerf it? So yeah, I'm very interested in this, and if you did like the video, make sure you leave a like. It helps me out. And if you're looking forward to more videos, maybe not exactly like this, but my normal videos like how to use PvP Showcase, all that kind of stuff. Make sure you subscribe and have notifications turned on. If you did actually like this type of content where I discuss something like this, let me know in the comments below. And with that, I'll hopefully y'all enjoyed it, and I'll see you in another video. See you.